Hello everyone, welcome back to another Photoshop tutorial. In this tutorial, I will show you step by step how you can design this Hair Revamp promo flyer and Photoshop from scratch to finish. Even though you are new to Photoshop or you have been using Photoshop for some time now. So stick around till the end of this video as it's going to be beneficial to you. So without much ado, let's jump right into it. So the first thing you're going to do is to open your Photoshop. Then after you open Photoshop, the next you are going to do is to create the document where we are going to do all the work. Now you can do that by pressing Ctrl or Command N on your keyboard, or just click on this CPU file. Now once you click it, this dialog box is going to open. Now if you check it, you can see different first size of documents that I've worked on before. We are going to create a new one. To do that, first of all, the title. I'm going to name the title. So I'm going to name the title Hair Revamp Promo Flyer. So after I name it, I'm going to change the width. So the width I'm using is 11 and the height is 14. Then make sure the orientation is on landscape. Then I'm using inches. Set the resolution to 300. Then the background is white. The color mode is RGB color. Now this RGB color is if you just want to post it on social media, you can use this RGB color. But if you want to print it, then use this CMYK. So I'm using this RGB. Once you have done with the audio setting, just click on create. Now you have created the document. The next you are going to do is to work on the background. How can we do that? Just open the foreground color. Now what you are going to do is to change the color of the foreground color, and I'm going to type the color code. Now this is the color and use it. You can use any color you want, but for this tutorial, this is your color I'm using. So once you are getting the color, just click on OK. Then click on Alt Delete for your keyboard to fill the color. The next I'm going to do, I'm going to add white to the background color. To do that, just go to adjustment layer, then create a new layer on top of the background layer. Also open the foreground color and go to change it to 100% white. Then click OK. Once you have done that, go to your toolbar and select brush tool. Now make sure the opacity is 100 and the flow 100%. You can increase the brush size by pressing the close bracket key to increase the brush size. Now I'm going to zoom out. So once you have increased it enough, just left click, and you can see color is fixed. So I'm going to reduce the size back. Then also go back to your toolbar and select move to. Now we have gotten the background. The next I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the model that you are going to use for this very tutorial. Just go to your file, the folder where you have a file. Now this is the file that you are using for this very tutorial. I'm going to drop the download link on the description. Make sure you check it and you download the materials. And this is the model that you are using for this very tutorial. All you have to do is to left click, then drag and drop it on Photoshop. Now once you drop it on Photoshop, I'm going to scale it to reduce the size. All you have to do is to hold Alt key, then click and drag any of the angle. Then I'm going to change the position. So okay, now the next I'm going to do is to draw a rectangular shape or draw a rectangular shape. To do that, select the model layer. I'm going to name the layer for model. Select the model layer, go to adjustment layer and create a new layer on top. Now go to toolbar and select the rectangle. So now all you have to do is to left click and draw a rectangular shape. Now once you do a rectangular shape, then go to the option menu and select fill. Now this is the color that we're using. Just click it and the color is filled. Now to know the color code or the color number, just left click twice on this very box and you see the color. Now this is the color number. Then click on OK. Then go back to your toolbar and select move to. How to do it? So I'm going to make a copy of this very layer. To do that, press Ctrl or Command J on your keyboard to make a copy. I'm going to take this very layer down to this the bottom of this rectangle one layer. To do that, just let's click and hold and drag it down. Then once you drag it down, then click on top arrow key on your keyboard to bring it up. So I'm going to change the very color of this layer. To do that, double click on this on the layer and the color will open. Now once the color is open, I'm going to type the color code, and the color code is D98666. Now once you type it, just click on OK and you will see the color displayed. Now next we're going to do is to bring some image that we're going to add to the flyer. So how to do it, just to go back to the folder where you have a file. Now this is the first page I'm going to use. Just as you did on the model, just left click and put it, drag it and drop it to Photoshop. Now if you check the color of this very image, it is blue, and if we use this color, it will not make sense like that. So we are going to change the color. And to do that, just first of all, hold your Alt key, put scale it to reduce the size. Then go to adjustment layer and create equal layer on top. Let's click on the layer, then select create clipping mask. Then once you have done that, go to your toolbar and select brush tool. Now you can increase the brush size. Then open the foreground color. So I'm going to change the color. Once you click on the foreground color, now you will see this color bigger. Just click on this red color and select this color. Now after select this color, just click on OK. Then use the brush tool and brush over the image. Then after brushing, change the foreground color, change the blending mode color. Now we have this very color, but if you check it too, if you check the color, it doesn't also go in line with the colors. I'm going to also change the color again. All I have to do is just to click Ctrl or Command C on your keyboard to undo. Now open the foreground color again. I'm going to change it to this very color. So I'm going to use this very color. Then click on OK and brush again. So after brushing, change the foreground color. Now this very color is okay by me. And you can choose any color you want to choose or you want to use, no problem. But this very color is okay by me. Now go back and select off. Then after I done that, click on shift key on your keyboard and select the two layer. Then press Ctrl or Command E to merge the two layer. Then after I done that, now I want this very layer to be bottom of this model layer. To do that, just left click and drag it down to the bottom of this model layer. Then change the position. I'm going to also scale it. Hold your Alt key and scale it to reduce the size. So after I've done that, the next we are going to do is to bring another image again. Just follow the same process. Go to File Manager where you have the file. So I'm using this gold width image. So just also left click, then drag and drop it on the Photoshop. Same thing with it. We are going to also change the color. Just follow the same process. Create a new layer on top. Right click on the layer, select create clipping mask. Also select the brush tool and brush the image. This time around, you are not changing the foreground color again because you are using the same color. So just brush it. And also gently blend it to color. Now, if you check it, it's too white. That is, the highlight is too much. So we are going to reduce the highlight. To do that, select the gold wave image, the layer, then click on Ctrl or Command M on your keyboard to break out the curve. Now this very line, all you have to do is to left click and hold and drag it down. So I'll take and put this. Once you have done that, click on OK. Then also select the first layer, click on Shift key on your keyboard and select the two layer. Then also press Ctrl D on your keyboard to merge the two layer. So I'm going to change the position of the layer. All that to do is to press Ctrl or Command T on your keyboard to transform. Then hold your Shift key and drag it up. Then right click and flip horizontal because I'm going to change position. Flip horizontal. Then take it to this side. Now I want the layer to be down of this model layer. After to click, please follow the same process. Click and drag to the model layer. Now I want it to be that way. It's okay like that. So I'm going to take this model layer up, locate it. Okay, so I think I'm okay with that. Now the next we are going to do is to add the text to the design. To do that, I'm going to also go to the folder where I have the file. Now I've already typed the text already, so I'm going to click it to open it. What is open? All I'm going to do is to just to copy and paste, copy and paste. That is what I'm going to. So the first thing is the hair low. I'm going to just copy it. Select it, right click and copy, then go back to Photoshop. Then on top of this rectangle one, I'm going to create a new layer on top. Create a new layer on top. Go to toolbar and select this horizontal type 2. Then open the color. This is the color here. Open the color. I'm going to use this here color. So select the color. Select the color using this arrow or pen or whatever you want to call it. This color picker. Then pick the color and click OK. Then how to do is just to to left click. Once you left click, then either click on Ctrl or Command V on your keyboard to paste. Let's select Move to and scale. Now press Ctrl or Command plus to zoom it. See clearly what to agree. Now, what I'm going to do is to change the fonts. Now, this is the font that I'm going to use. This linear regular. This is the font I'm going to store it. So, what I'm going to do is just to left click twice to select it. And here, I'm going to change the font. I'm going to type it linear regular. Now, this is the font. Then click it. I select the font. Now, I want the font to be bigger. So all I have to do is just to go and select the character text. Here you can work on the character, you can make it bold, you can make it italic or anyhow you just want it. And I'm going to click on this and this more border. Then the next I'm going to do is I'm going to also bring another text. Follow the same process. I'm going to go to bar, type it, then copy this to and also create a new layer on top. Select the text to left click, press Ctrl V to fix. Now I'm going to change this very font. To also do that, press Ctrl A to select it. Now I'm going to use this very font, this battery. I'm going to use this layer font. So I'm going to do is also to go to the font and type it. And this is the font. On this let's select the root. I'm going to change zoom it with CPRA. Going to change the position also. I'm going to reduce the coldness of this Berry Studio. To do that, double click twice to select it, then also go to the character, and I'm going to click on this the coldness. Now we have gotten those two tests. The next we are going to do is to continue test. Also, we'll follow the same process. Select the studio layer, create a new layer on work, go to also open where app test, then copy it. Select test also, click and press Ctrl V to also paste. Select the move tick. Now hold Alt key and scale it. Now also I'm going to change the font. Now this is the font that I'm using. This Freelance Bovono regular. So I'm going to also click on double click to select it. Then open the font and change it. And this is the font that I need. Also hold Alt key and scale it. Then also select the Hair Revamp promo layer, create a new layer on top. So this time I'm going to draw a rectangle shape. Select the rectangle tool and draw it. Now this time around, I'm not going to fill it with color, but I'm going to just add stroke. So all you have to do is to click on this stroke and select the color. I'm also using this color. Okay, we'll increase the pixel. Okay, and I'm okay with this. And I'm going to also add text. I'm going to also add text. We need very rectangle. This shape. So how to do is also to select the rectangle shape, create a new layer on top, select text tool, and I'm going to change the font to. I'm using Roboto. Roboto regular. And this is a font. So I'm going to also go and copy it. Get up to 20% discount. Also copy, click, and press Ctrl V on paste. Zoom it. I'm also going to draw another rectangle sheet. So select this set up to 20% discount layer, create a new layer on top, select the rectangle tool, and also draw another rectangle shape. Now this time I'm going to fill it with color. So open the fill and select this color. Now I want the edges to puff. So once you select it, now all these points will open from the four corners. All you have to do is to click and drag one of the points and it affects the four. Okay, I'm okay with that. Let me take it out. Then press Ctrl or Command J on your keyboard to get the layer. Then hold Shift key and click and drag up to this side. So I'm going to take it up. Now I'm going to change the color of this berry layer and I'm going to make it to be graded color. To do that, just double click on the layer. Once you double click on the layer, this layer style will open Yeah, you can add stroke, you can add glow, you can color layer, any if you want to do it, you can drop the shadows up here. So what I'm working on is a gradient overlay. Just select gradient overlay. Now this color will come out. So I'm going to change this fairy color. To do that, select the gradient color. Then click on this add dot here. Click on the color. And I'm going to select this color. Then click on OK. You pay the same thing. I'm going to use this color. That's it. Then press Ctrl or Command Plus to zoom in. Hold Watch key and scale it. So I'm going to also add text to this very layer. To do that, also create a new layer, select the text. I'm also going to go to my notepad and copy this. So what I'm copying is what we offer. Right click, copy. You can also click it and press Ctrl V. Now I'm going to change this very color. To do that, press Ctrl A to select this body color, and I'm going to just click on this color. Click it and press OK. So go to check professionals. Also, I'm going to also add this also rectangle shape. Just create a new layer on what offer. Create a new layer of select text. So I'm going to also repeat the same thing. Copy the text to Bombay. Then also click and press Ctrl V to paste. Now the text here, let me zoom it. Now for the text here, I want space to be on it. Press Ctrl A to select and open the character. So here I'm going to create this place. All you have to do is click and drag it to the right side, and you can see it. I'm going to remove this restoration. Now also go to your toolbar and select move to. So also the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some bullet points with this text to show indication. So I'm going to create a new layer on top. Then go to then also go to toolbar and select this custom shape. Once select it, now I have all this shape here. You can check online and download the Photoshop custom shape and just download and install it. So I'm going to select the arrow that I've used and I'm going to use. Just go down. I'm going to use this carry out. Wait. Then press Ctrl or Command Plus to zoom in left to see clear. And hold Shift key. Left click and draw. Then open the V color and fill it. I'm using this very color and fill it. Select it. Zoom it again. So I'm going to set the position. Okay. Press Ctrl G to transform. Hold Alt key and scale it. Now I'm going to make a duplicate of this very chic, this check mark shape, this bullet point. So select it, hold Alt key and drag down. Also repeat same process, hold Alt key, select it and drag down. Now we are done with that. Then I'm also going to do, I'm going to reduce the size because I'm going to add another text again. So first of all, I'm going to do this bottle offer. To do that, select the check mark, the first layer, then go down, and I'm going to select this rectangle 3 layer. Then press Ctrl G on your keyboard to group it. Then once you group it, I'm going to select all the text layer. Also hold Shift key and select all the text layer. Then press Ctrl T to transform. So I'm going to add another shape to the design. So I'm going to select this group 1 layer, the first layer, then also go to my file where I have a file. So this previous vector, I'm going to use this one also to click and drag them, drop it on Photoshop. Now if you check it, the color is correct and the color we're working on is not red. I'm going to also pick 50 to change the color, create a new layer on top, press click on the layer and select create clipping mask. Then select brush tool and full setting, brush it. Once I'm done brushing, select tool and also change the border color. So once you have done that, select the layer, hold Shift key and select the 2 layer, then press Ctrl E to merge the 2 layer. Then press Ctrl T to transform, hold Alt key and scale it. I'm going to add text to this very shape. To do that, create a new layer on top. I'm going to also go to my notepad and copy this now. Then also select the text tool, click and press Ctrl V to paste. Then press Ctrl A to select it, open the foreground color. I'm going to change the color to this. Then select the move tool. I'm going to also change the font to both to just double click to select it. Then go to the text and click. I'm going to type because I'm going to use also Roboto regular for it. Now we are done with that one. I'm going to also draw another shape, another rectangle shape, and add a text to it. Select the personal layer, create a new layer on top, select the rectangle tool, and I'm going to draw another rectangle shape. Zoom. Also select the fill and fill it with color. Then also do the same thing to curve. Go to cut till it to like it curve. Also I'm going to change the color to gradients. So select the layer. Select this spot to offer layer. Then go to rectangle 3 copy and select it. Then right click and go to copy the layer style. Once you right click, if you say copy layer style, copy it, select the first layer, this rectangle 4, right click and paste. Now I don't want it to be like this. I want it to be, instead of horizontal, I want it to be vertical. Just double click on the gradient. Once you double click on the gradient, then the arrow will go to change it from 0 to 90 degree. Then click on OK. I'm going to also add another text to this shape. So I'm going to also create a new layer. Go to my notepad and select the text. Remember it. Copy. Select the toolbar, a text tool, click and press Ctrl V to paste. Now I'm going to put it on middle. Instead of the text will be middle instead of the right side. So press Ctrl V to select it, then click on this. Now select the book too. So I'm going to also zoom. Press Ctrl T to transform. Hold Alt K and scale it. So after I've done that, the next I'm going to do is I'm going to change this revamp. This Hair Revamp. I'm going to hook add a embedded color to it. So I'm going to do this to select it. Then press right click and paste the layer style. This layer style. Then double click on the gradient. Once that, because I'm going to change it, I'm going to change the gradient color. Then purple the gradient color. I'm going to create another point here. Just click it, and another point here, click it. I'm going to change the location to 5th. Then select it and click on this color. Then select this side and click on this color. Now this is how I want it to be. Then click on OK. So what I've done, that next I'm going to do is to add the date the promo is started, then also add this terminal handle and a call number to call, number to WhatsApp. Could also add it. I also type it on my notepad. So I'm going to just create a new layer also. Up top, create a new layer, select text tool, then go to my notepad and copy it. Copy. Then open the color and change the color using a solid color. Okay. Then click and press Ctrl V to paste. So now this starting from, I'm going to change the color. How to do it, just to select only a starting from. Then open the color and pick this color. It's the color it. The paper. The next I'm going to do is to paint the contact upper and a social media, also repeat city. Copy. Copy. Create a new layer on top. Click. Then press Ctrl V to paste. Then select. I'm going to create a space on it. Just press Ctrl A to select it. Only character text. Then click this and drag it. So I'm going to add icon, the power icon, the WhatsApp icon, and the social media icon. Now this is the icon. I'm going to click it. I just put some for a Photoshop, but I go to the edit to open it on Photoshop. Now this is for icon. What I'm going to do is to select the first layer, hold Shift key, and select the 4th layer. Zoom. Then once I select it, I'm going to also just click the drag and drop it. I'm working on. Then change the position. So I've had all the tests. I'm going to just position this the date is starting, social media they come, just go to show it well. So I've done with the test. The next I'm going to do is just to put a small rectangle shape here to demarcate the two. So I'm going to also select the first layer, then create a layer on top. Select the rectangle tool. Open the foreground color. I'll change to this very color. Then just draw more rectangle. Then open the fill and fill with the color. Then zoom out. Now we are done with the full design. All I have to do is just to add small adjustment, the lights and small adjustment. So I'm going to add small adjustment to the model. So select the model, create a new layer, select the brush tool, increase the brush size, open the foreground color. I'm going to use this color, this very color. Then just left click. Go to left click on this side, also this side. I'm going to change the blend to screen. Okay, so I'm okay with that. I also go to use camera raw filter to also do some adjustments. So I'm going to select the first layer, then press Ctrl or Command Shift, then Alt E to merge all the layer. Merge on the layer, then right click on the layer and select Convert to Smart Object. Convert to Smart Object. Now the reason why I convert to Smart Object is in case if you want to make some adjustment again, you can just easily go back instead of starting all over again. Then go to filter at the menu bar and select camera raw filter. Now I'm going to just open the effects and add texture and clarity. Then click OK. You can see the before and you can see the after. Now that is how you design a Hair Revamp promo flyer or any flyer at all in Photoshop. If you like this video, don't forget to like and share. And if you have any questions, just leave it on the comment section and I will reply. Thank you for watching and see you next time.